hope you're enjoying the new series that we're doing called God Is. I'm really loving it. I love it because we're just deep into the scripture and the descriptions of God. So the one that we're looking at is the description of God that is repeated some 27 times in the Old Testament. So again, the first time it's listed is in Exodus 34. And again, it's Yahweh, Yahweh, the Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger and abounding love and faithfulness, maintaining love and forgiving wickedness, sin, and rebellion. What an amazing description of God. We've talked about God's compassion, the fact that we see His compassion in Jesus, that for God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. For God did not send His Son to condemn the world, but to save the world. And we see God's graciousness, well, again in Jesus, because God made a way. He made a way for us to be forgiven. Jesus is the way. It's us putting our trust in Him. And then this past Sunday, we talked about God being slow to anger. It's just such an endearing quality that God is patient. And because He's patient, it allows people, allows your friends and mine. And I've accepted Christ. I pray you have too, but it allows our friends and family to actually make a decision to put their trust in Jesus. This coming Sunday, we're going to talk about this interesting word called Hesed. So we're looking at this phrase that God is abounding in love and in faithfulness. So it's like I received this book. So this is a Michael Card book, and the book is entitled Inexpressible. And so there's a story in here that he uses to talk about God's abounding love and faithfulness. You might hear this on Sunday, but I want to share this story. So it says, I want to tell you about the night I killed Ted Morris. Tommy Begage opened his court-mandated appearance at the Trigg County High School MAD meeting with those trembling words. Standing in the back of the gym was Elizabeth Morris, Ted's grieving mother. In time, she would find it in herself not simply to forgive, but unofficially adopt the young man who had collided with her son while driving drunk. Her husband Frank, a part-time preacher and a driver for UPS, would baptize Tommy with his own hands. Years later, Tommy still called his new parents every day between 4 and 5 p.m. Though Tommy had no right to expect anything from them, Ted's parents opened the door of their life to Tommy. In the process, everything changed. I'm inviting you to worship a God whose love and faithfulness knows no bounds. That God is loving and faithful, and He wants us, His people, to be loving and faithful to Him. I'm so thankful to God for your very life. And I pray that you and I would worship God every day. I'm inviting you to be a part of our worship, whether it's in person or online at 8:30 or 10 o'clock. Truly, we worship God every single day. A God whose love is inexpressible. It knows no bounds. I pray you know you are deeply loved by God. Have a great week.